We are the heartbeat of this country. And we truly believe that what we play out in Benin is going to be a microcosm of what we play out in the larger Nigerian polity as regards elections. See, people get it a little mixed by following some of the, I will put it, social media pronouncements by the opposition, which in Edo State is basically the APC. In Edo State, as an upwardly mobile people, we know exactly how and what we want. And that is the truth. In terms of not signing the peace accord, it was not as a result of the fact that we don't want to sign the peace accord. It is simply premised on the fact that all the indices pointed to a very uneven playing field. The APC has, at least in Edo State, have weaponized hunger against our people, and to browbeat us into whatever they want, they have turned the Nigerian police into an armed wing of the APC. So we cried foul, so that we'll bring it to the court of public opinion, so that they understand that as for now, in this very existential election, the Edo people are being hounded by a marauding band who are in the opposition and championed by no other than the not very gentlemanly, a little garrulous Adams Oshiomhole. So we were begging the President of the Federal Republic, as a man who had fought in the trenches for democracy in this country, to rise up to the challenge and ensure that the commonwealth of the Edo people should be fully and undeniably expressed, and that free will should be allowed to play in this election. It's not saying the fact that in 2023, Asiwaju, the Jagaban, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and contestant then as an APC candidate, did not sign the peace accord either. So the peace accord is not an indication or an identifier of who will win or who will not win the election. Those who will win or who will win is in the very heart of the people. And the people, the people must be the recurring decimal in this election. We are ready. In Edo State, the PDP and our candidate, Aswelime Igodalo, we are as ready as the Boy Scouts.
Okay.
We are prepared.
You're operating on the Boy Scouts motto of being prepared. So you are prepared. I must confess that personally, I'm a little less reassured than I thought I might be speaking with you in relation to some of the things that you have said. But that's the way it is. We want to hear your perspective on the matter. And following through on that line, or continuing on that line, you have also been out there as... Yes. You have also been quoted out there as saying that even the Commissioner of Police for Edo State, you have your issues. Even the supervisory electoral commissioners, resident electoral commissioners, you also have issues with all of those. So when you combine it with your opening, what you opened with, I begin to wonder, this is just how many days to the election. Are we really prepared?
What we did is very simple. We called out the players so that they will be impartial. Is there anything wrong if we say that we found out that the newly transferred resident electoral commissioner, or the REC, who we pray will not wreak havoc on this election, is the immediate past special advisor on housing and works to Barrister Nyesom Wike, the very openly public enemy number one of Edo people. He was on television a few days ago ranting. Meanwhile, we are also aware that Anubom Onoha, the resident electoral commissioner, is also his first cousin. Is his mother's sister's son. So if there, is there anything wrong if we come Just like I'm going to run election in Lagos, and you find out that the person who is going to be the resident electoral commissioner in Lagos in an election involving Jagaban and some other persons, and the resident electoral commissioner is Dele Alake, and you say we shouldn't complain? We just want to bring that to the public domain. And at the same time, just a week to the election, you transfer a new commissioner of police, born in Okrika, 16 kilometers from the home estate of Yeson Wike, who has vowed to fight us to the end. Benin is not his country, is not his state, is not his city. And you bring to us his golf playing partner and friend as the commissioner of police, and you say we shouldn't complain? Come on, man. Not stopping there. In the last 3 weeks, the entire, my name, if you go and check the list, they even put Obaseki, myself, my cousin, the local government chairman. They are fighting to arrest all of us. 68 chieftains of the
Let me just
PDP,
say that.
they declared all of us wanted. And then they went from place to place, arresting people indiscriminately. And in 3 weeks, we didn't know where they took them to. And then you whisk up a local government chairman who had come to report that he has been attacked with his bandages after being beaten. You take him to Abuja, even if he committed a crime. Is the Nigerian Administration of Criminal Code dictates that you charge him to court or arrest him in the scene of arrest of the crime? Not stopping there. If someone who just competed or contested as an aspirant in the APC gubernatorial primaries, his name is Blessing Agbomrere, comes into the public domain dressed with the full official uniform of a chief superintendent of police, and you say we shouldn't shout?
All right, of course. I mean, I'm just,
you get
all of it is out there.
Now the man will shout, chairman.
Okay. But just, I must say that the example...
They shout, make everybody hear us. If you say we not shout now, you're not going to interview me. Come on, you get me? But so it is, when you are beat, they say it is when the wind blows that we see the anus of the fowl. The wind is blowing now, and all the threats of Oshomole is all over the place in the public domain. And those people, we know they fear.
Yeah, but
it is because we know they fear. That's why we tell Abu Salah and say we know they sign.
Okay.
Not go sign.
But how did you
sign away
I was surprised. I was surprised when you know? I was surprised. It came out of left field when you brought Dele Alake into your examples, even though
Dele
it was
my
a
friend. He's one of my biggest guys. He's a great guy. Without Dele, all of you will not be sitting here now.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay, we're sort of warming up to something of a jolly interview then. But look, before we come to the candidate himself, the respected Aswe Igodalo and his running mate, before we come to that, there are other points. For instance, as you know, your opponents have made much of the fact that the respect customarily accorded the revered Oba of Benin, you guys went against that protocol, and they've been busy calling up all Edo indigenes, all Edo citizens, to take due note of it. Are they making more? Are they making a mountain out of a molehill there, or can you understand it? Because they say in love, as in war, all is fair. Indeed, I even add politics. And love, as in politics, as in war, all is fair. That matter of going for what every Edo man, every Benin man holds revered, to say that you guys are trampling it underfoot. Talk to me about that.
Okay, I will just cast your mind back a little. In 2020, miscreants went to the gate of the Oba of Benin and publicly unleashed mayhem on the visiting entourage of the PDP Governors Forum who had come to our campaign. Now, in 2024, this year, a prince of the palace, the uncle of the Oba, takes the Oba to court in an unprecedented manner, and political miscreants, APC, sorry, I know saying an APC station be this, but APC people put all over the place that Obaseki have taken the Oba to court. Meanwhile, the person
it is not an
Oba
APC
and Obaseki to court.
Wait a minute,
So
Doctor.
now we looked
it is
at
not
it and
an
said, let's
APC
not
station, but please
politicize
continue.
the traditional institutions in our state. Our Oba is not a human being in our mind. Our Oba is a godhead. Our Oba is a, we say in Bini, Oba nugboririne donavo bave hiya muhae. I translate. The Oba who distributes goose pimples to the extent that all other Obas or kings dwarf into Lilliputians. That is how we see our Oba. When you tell a man in Yoruba that you are a man, Obiri Okuri, in Benin, we say Ohuoba, Oba's female, Okbeaoba, Oba's male. That is how we describe ourselves. So we decided in this campaign as a strategy not to visit one single traditional ruler in all of our campaigns. You carried some of the live coverages. We never visited the Otaru of Auchi during the campaign or campaign rally. We never visited the Ogeneni of Zaire. We never visited the Oba of Benin. We never visited anybody, and we didn't want to break that protocol. So that was So when they are weaponizing it, you just look at their low-level mental people who are turning a simple issue into ridicule. That was what happened. So we did not. Okay, now you see it, my brother. On that same day, the APC was doing their rally in Benin. The vice president was in town. All the Oshins of the APC are gathered in front of the Oba's palace. Then we were driving. Then they will come, they stone us. The people will come, they clap. No. What happened is simple. We have elevated the Obaship. We have decided to take the Obaship above politics. We have decided that in this election, because our Oba is the supreme umbrella that covers every Edo man. He's not the Oba of Benin. He's the Omonoba Nedo. That is the Prince King sent by God as umbrella over all Edos, whether you are in Benin, Auchi, Ekpoma. So he is for us the royal father of the tribe, the one who wears the ancestral sepulchre for all of us. He is the reverend scepter that we must all bow to. So we cannot drag our Oba from his revered throne that we believe is God sent. That we call him Oba Nosa, Oba sent and made by God. We will not drag him to the murky waters of a PDP, APC, Labour Party political terrain. What we did is a supreme elevation of our Obaship above the low-level murky waters of political play. And if anybody does not understand this very serious existential elevation of our Oba to a near God-like pedestal, we leave them to swim in their continued dirty waters. I am Benin. I am a titled man in the palace. I am because the Oba is, and not the other way around. That is how it is. So in this election, we are appealing to all our peoples to please stop this low-level imbecility of trying to drag our father into politics.
Okay,
I'm even embarrassed.
I get you. I think enough said. I had to touch base with that
King.
particular.
It is embarrassing. So, and everybody knows, Pedro, I'm sitting here, that even the royal Oriki for the going Oba and the coming one was done by me. So I cannot now sit and watch anybody cast aspersion on my king. He's not just a traditional ruler.
I think I want to appreciate getting this.
Every other person they here. So that is what
I
we
appreciate
did.
getting this commentary from you.
Deliberate strategy prior to the launch of the campaign in August that we will remove the traditional institutions and not politicize them so as not to bastardize them. Anybody who keeps throwing the name of our king into it, our ancestors are looking at them because the average Benin man is a walking DNA of his ancestry. So we know that this is the best way to handle this because of the very bitter nature of the political terrain in the last few years.
So let me just come in here. Let me just come in here and say that it's good to hear. It's good to hear as you are clarifying the issues like this.
In spite of the Oba.
But it is also linked.
The fray. It should just be because of
I'm very happy that you have clarified the issue for us on the program this morning. But it is also linked, perhaps, to this issue that you've just clarified. It's also linked to another thing that your opponents say. Perhaps APC is your foremost, I don't know if it is APC or LP that you consider as your foremost opponent in the upcoming election. But they have said that even though nobody can deny your principal, Aso Ighodalo, nobody can deny him of his indigenship of Edo State. They say he's an absentee son. He's not known. He's not known at all in the place. So that's why I said it sort of links that which Benin man would do less than revere the Oba of Benin. But you've explained the Oba of Benin part. Now, are you able to also please shed some light on this whole concept of Mr. Asue Ighodalo is a stranger. He's not known by the people.
My brother, everybody now knows anything when Oshomole talk na lie. Because Oshomole na just lie. Oshomole is trying to create a schism amongst our people. Pedro, I left Benin as a lecturer in the University of Benin when I was barely in my 20s. I came to Lagos. I've been in Lagos. I've worked for the Lagos state government. I've run things. I've been in Nollywood. I was the first president of Nollywood. I was managing director at Dark Communications. Then I came back only a few years ago back home. And you will not tell me I'm not Benin enough to be Benin? If
not
I remember
you.
Clearly.
Not you, your candidate.
Your
candidate,
I just want to give a
has not had a presence in Benin.
No.
Has not, your candidate, it is said, has not really had a presence, an appreciable presence in Edo State. How can he come now, and with what authority, what legality?
No. That is a fallacy from the pit of hell. Listen, my brother. In 2008, December to be precise, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole appointed his economic team with Godwin as chairman and Aswerime Ighodalo. Go to your YouTube, Google it. And Oshiomhole described how Aswerime Ighodalo helped him to map the business and economic space and the matrix of his own governance in Edo State for 8 years. Now, Godwin comes in. Every year, the Edo State government holds we call it Alagodaro Summit, which is Ilosiwaju Edo. I'm translating it directly in Yoruba. Alagodaro Summit, Ilosiwaju Edo. And the chairman for all the 8 years, helping to map the economic scheme of our state, was headed by Aswerime Ighodalo. Not stopping there, our darling team, just the way stationery stores is to you or 3SE is to Ibadan, is Bender Insurance. Check it. This person sponsoring the team is Aswerime Ighodalo. Till today, as last at their last match on Saturday, they were still wearing Sterling Bank as their sponsoring bank, of which Aswerime Ighodalo is chairman before he resigned in December to run for governorship. You see, these people have taken propaganda, lies, to the realm of high art. I feel sorry for them. They have nothing else to say. Aswerime Ighodalo's father's house is just about 600 meters away from my own father's house. Everybody knows Aswerime Ighodalo in Edo State. He is the boy when he sabi, the man when he sabi. Now, this person when he not sabi, when you yourself, in spite of the fact that TVC is a very friendly APC station, have not even had the chance to interview Pedro. What we've been seeing is the voice of Jacob and the hand of Esau. We see what is his name? Okpewolo face on the poster, and Oshomole is the one screaming as if he's on the ballot. APC may not even have, let me remove my cap. APC may not even have a candidate. Because I will so speak on Friday, this Friday, he must go to court to answer the charges of forgery and perjury against him. And these are not fake. These are things he submitted on this INEC form EC9A. He submitted that he was born on the 29th of August 1970. On his form EC1A, when he contested for Senate last year, he wrote that he was born on the 29th of March 1970. On his WAEC certificate that he submitted along with the affidavit, it is written that he was born on the 29th of August 1972. Then on his PVC, we even thought he didn't have a PVC. It is written there that for you to get in now, go to INEC portal now. Write Monday Okpewolo. Write Esan Central Local Government Area and put the date of birth, 29th of August 1977, and his face will tumble out. So when you see people who are so comfortable in their spew or sea of lies, and they won't stay in Edo people, we know they agree. We know they agree. We know they agree. But they hear Jagaban, when they say Jagaban will carry people come kill us. That is not true. Because we know that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is maybe one of the major vertebrae that cascaded into our fight for democracy. He will not destroy that.
All right, Dr. Pedro.
No, let me finish. No, first, make I finish. Now you ask me a question. You know what I finish? Now so APC people they do. They don't want to make we finish you. Make I finish because I'm not going to invite me again. Let's not this time.
Okay, please round up so we can go to other equally important questions. Please continue. Please continue.
Leadership selection process must be put in the front burner. We cannot take persons who can only run Agbero motor parks in the back end of Ajangbadi to come and be governor of Lagos State. So also, we will not kowtow to those who want to create a mannequin, which we call in Bini Amaze, or like an Egbere, to come and become our governor. That is not possible. We are Edo people. We are the epicenter of this nation.
Right.
We are the heartbeat of Nigeria. Coming to tell me that Asweli Meigodaro should not run for office of my state. It's like saying that Rauf Aregbesola should not run for governor of Osun in spite of the fact that he was the commissioner of works in Lagos. Don't shift the goalpost. All we need is for anyone who has the verve, who has the presence of mind, who is ready to raise our people forward, because you cannot move the people forward.
Okay, so I wanted to come to that.
And when it comes to that,
I wanted to come to that.
Stands like a totem, and others dwarf like mental limitations. That is the truth.
Okay.
You know, they Google them, make you look for them. And even if you hate our people, you will not wish Okpewolo on your worst enemy.
Let's get on
like one of
to
our boys
the reason.
Said, he said any day can be governor of Edo State. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but not certainly Monday.
I want to thank you for commenting on all these issues. But let's now get on to the reason for Aswe. No, not at all, not at all. You are the person who has been making us into an APC station when we, I called you a war.
No.
I know.
With interviewing me, you have broken that jinx.
I take it in the same spirit. But we had to touch those bases, and thank you for shedding some light on it. Now to get on to the man himself, what he is running on, what his appeal is going to be. Well, it's not going to be at this stage, because by now he should have made his pitch, and his pitch should have been bought. Maybe there will still be some undecided, but at least what he is running on. There's so many questions. You're such an interesting guest. When you went on, brought on somebody coming, I think you brought in the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. The man is in your party. He's a PDP man, but I just sort of left it. I just
so
left it.
is in our party. Okay.
Is he not?
APC is a very clement party. that we appoint a PDP man as the head of the Federal Capital Territory.
Okay, so now, what do you think is Mr. Asue Igodalo's appeal to the voters that will indeed see him coast to victory, seeing as they are saying that the last time there was any sort of serious governance in Edo State, I spoke with your opponents yesterday, goes back to the time of Oshiomhole. That was when any meaningful development happened in Edo State. So what is Mr. Asue Igodalo, what is he bringing to the party?
Is it just to disparage that last one from what you just said from that guy? I want to quote Babajide Sanwo-Olu. In starting the Lagos State Education Program, I'm quoting him. He said, I am copying Edo best because there is no need to reinvent the wheel. So when you see persons who come on television to say Benin people know they do Facebook, Benin people not get this thing. When you see persons who say that Arise TV or TVC should pay them $1 million first before they bring their candidate on, these people are capable of anything. Anything. You know, it's like dining with the Mephistopheles.
Wait now,
like
that's not
with,
us. Wait now, doctor.
You get my point? That is it. So,
Dr. Pedro, but that's not us.
No, I will come. I want to. You use that as a premise, so I bring premise for me to answer. Now, Asue Igodalo has his pathway to prosperity, a compendium that tries to put together end to end where he wants to lead us to. The compendium, the manifesto, shows a clear understanding of where we are and where we need to be. I tell everybody that Asue Igodalo is actually like Obaseki 2.0, an upgrade. And not stopping there, we have a candidate who may be too rich to steal, unlike the other political buccaneers who have no other fixed address. When you started this program, you used the word the very respected Asue Igodalo. You're lying. So when you have a man who has been chairman of the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, mapping the economic matrix for this country, when you have a man who has been chairman of Nigerian Breweries, maybe the biggest, fastest moving consumer goods company in Nigeria, when you have a man who took a falling sterling bank into a stable Class A bank, when you have a man who just in December last year was chairman of Dangote Flour, when you have a man who is maybe one of the most pursued and sought after economists in this country, with a first-class degree in law and economics from the London Business School and the University of Ibadan, when you have a man who you can trace his ancestry, when you have a man who was brought up by a woman of excellence, Nigeria's first female permanent secretary, Pekpeye not the bomb monkey. That is,
I get your meaning. Indeed, I get you.
Understand when you benchmark him against the man who thinks that animals live in a museum, when you benchmark him against the man who comes to tell us he's going to give us insecurity, when you benchmark him against the man who thinks that the increment in the power wattage in Nigeria is for us to have more electric poles and wires. Come on.
Okay. I'll tell you what, Dr. Pedro Obaseki.
You don't have to look too close to smell the coffee.
Okay, let me just take a break. We'll be right back.
We'll be sabi people. That's why we call them.
We'll be right back. I can't wait to get back.
We know who to follow.
And even take calls from viewers at home. Do please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known, for when the wailing stops, The pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Meet Benga Oreshegun, a fearless voice and an advocate for the truth. He's bringing fresh energy and bold insights to journalists' Hangout.
Get ready for deeper analysis and dynamic perspectives. Join me and Babajide Kolade Otitoju with other veteran journalists on Journalists Hangout. Weekdays from 5 p.m. and on Sundays 1:30 p.m.
You're watching Beyond 100 Days with Nifemi Oguntoye. President Tinubu, since he assumed office,
they are on our way to progress.
6 out of the 8 APC federal lawmakers.
I have a movement structure that's going to take back our party in Enugu State. Because this one I'm seeing is tales by moonlight. It's not working.
So I'm wondering what you think or who you think can stop him now.
He doesn't own the party.
One of the causes of inflation is because people cannot go to the farm.
The government still needs to do more so that people can eat.
I believe what clamoring for is more responsible use of social media. Not that people just go in there and think that they can say anything to anybody.
Tinubu is not one who believes in the simple. I mean, he wants to get it done. He will face it. He will get it done.
Yes, the president, from inception of his administration, focused squarely on diversifying the economy and driving in investments to cushion the effect of everything that we've seen, ranging from COVID-19 to the global commodity shocks, global financial crisis, and all of that.
I was privileged to have worked under a governor who believed in the system, who also built up the system, and I'm going to do same.
All right, that's our show today, everyone. Thanks for being a part of it.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Okay, indeed. Welcome back. Dr. Pedro Obaseki is the spokesman of the governorship candidates in the Edo governorship election. He is actually the Deputy Director General, Asue Ogie Governorship Campaign Council, and we've been having this interesting conversation with him from the beginning of the program. So again, once more, thank you very much, Dr. Pedro Obaseki. Now, to make progress on this matter, oh dear, this thing must be catching. You lost an earpiece. I guess you made me lose an earpiece myself. I'll put it back in. Okay.
I'm affecting you.
Yeah, indeed. So let me go back to the point you made, one of the things we discussed about. And indeed, thank you, by the way, for the resume of Asue Godaro, who would, be in government house if the electorate is in agreement. You spoke about, you brought in quite a number of external characters. You spoke about the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory earlier, as indeed has your principal. He has said that people were misquoting him when he said that he would not be supporting him in this governorship election. He even alluded to the fact in news reports that that's not the understanding about his development agenda. Has he taken this around, and does everybody key into it? Does everybody understand it? Because the other candidate, much has been said about the fact that he's a grassroots man. He knows how to communicate at the one-on-one level, the grassroots level. Are you sure that your work has been done, your T's have been crossed, your I's have been dotted, and indeed the people of Edo State are ready to send you to State House?
Asue Godaro has been campaigning in Edo State for almost a year. And outside of that, he has been one of the recurring decimals in our governance space in 16 years. The person we don't know is Okpeholo. He's the APC candidate. We don't know him. We don't know about him. If I use Oshomole as the barometer, you know, in literature we call it context question. Who said, when was it said, to whom was it said? I quoted Oshomole here, that Aswa Ighodalo helped him in mapping his economic agenda for Edo State for 8 years. I'm quoting Adams Oshomole. I'm not saying anything that is not in the public domain. But Adams left government in 2016. This is 2024. Now, Godwin Obaseki gave Aswa Ighodalo the onerous task to map the economic agenda of his own team. And every year, all the investments that are coming to Edo State are based on the recommendations of our Alagodaro Ilosiwaju Edo Summit. And the chairman and chief pilot of that whole matrix is actually Ighodalo. So in the last 16 years, he has been part and parcel of our upward mobility as a people. Today, our IGRO has shot up and per capita is the highest in Nigeria per capita. What does that reflect? It reflects that there is also an upward mobility in the gross domestic product of the people, and that will affect our purchasing power parity. We all know that Edo State is the first state in Nigeria to have moved to 40,000 minimum wage. We all know that Edo State in Nigeria, until Lagos State last month, has been the only one paying the 70% minimum wage, even before the Nigerian Labour Congress asked for it. Since March 2024, we all know that the fight in Edo State is as a result of the unwillingness of the sitting governor to throw the treasury of the state to the less than 0.011% of political buccaneers. We all know. So we know who is on ground. The one who is not on ground is the just born, just trained, just grown-up welder called Monday Okpeholo. There is no, you Google it if you will find any of his business addresses in our state. But if I walk around, once I see Sterling Bank, I see Okpeholo. Once I see one bag of the Dangote flour, I see Asweli Ighodalo. When I see people buy beer in Benin, we are also the highest consumers of beer per capita. So
can I take all of this? Sorry, can I take all of this to mean? I beg your pardon. Can I take all of this to mean?
Lies cannot continue. Let me tell you, my brother.
Can I take all of this to mean? I beg your pardon. One moment, please.
Yes.
Can I take all of this to mean that Aswa Ighodalo is indeed going to address what people have referred to in Edo State as the complete collapse of education and its development in the state, even healthcare?
I wish people. No, Fulani, let me say, I will let you finish. I am going to say this quickly. Please use your Google now, and you will find out which state in Nigeria for the last 5 years have come out first or second in WAEC in Nigeria. Edo State, the only 10 person who struggles with us at times is Abia and Anambra. In JSS, last year and the year before, Edo State came off first in Nigeria. And
so you are challenging the contention.
I am telling you now that Mr. Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State, just said that he has styled the Lagos Excel over Edo Best. Will he be styling Lagos Excel over Edo Best if there's a failure in the educational sector? But when you are getting these lies from people who can't speak English, when you are getting these lies from people who can't express themselves, when you are getting these lies from people whose candidates believe that animals live in a museum and not a zoo, I will understand. I cannot have 2 PhDs and come here and you are telling me that Edo people, total collapse of education sector. I am quoting statistics. Your Google is with you. Use it. Don't be at the larceny of persons who come into the public money domain to spew lies and lies. Particularly when they create their virtual reality with those
so what
lies,
you are saying is that it is lies.
Believe the lies and the lies become their new reality.
You are calling it lies. The complaints of your opponents that Edo State has been left in a virtual state, as far as education is concerned, has been left in a virtual state of, in a stationary state. The last meaningful development in that regard goes back to Oshomole's time. You are saying you count all of those as propaganda and lies? Are we still connected?
In the last eight years, in Edo State, call any Edo State person, our civil servants, ask them. We call them 26th of the month. 26th of the month means a lot they show. Mankam, you say 26th of the month. Mankam. That is what we do here. The Edo State government is the only government in southern Nigeria that does not owe a single strand of kobo in salaries. That is the truth. So we cannot now come and be listening to the lies of people who believe that those people don't have internet. Meanwhile, I'm talking to you now, almost on HD, with your live stream coming in from Benin City with robust internet. We are the only ones who still have 18 hours electricity. That is the truth. We are the only ones that have 2-3 state or PPP, public-private partnership for electric generation. We also sit at the very junction of all gas pipes in Nigeria.
I hear you.
Dr. Obaseki. Dr.
Obaseki, I want to interrupt you as little as possible, but I also want to cover some basics. I'm so sorry to be speaking over you. I want to interrupt you as little as possible, but I do want to touch some basics as well. So let's take on security, which is very, very important. So this issue of security, tell me the plans of your candidate, Aswe Ighodalo, for security.
We believe that every security is local. We believe that every policing is local. And in his manifesto, he has put forward also joining issues with the belief of Asiwaju as a person, I don't know about his government, that there should be a local policing, a constabulary that is at the local level. Because security must begin within your precinct, like it is in every place. It is actually funny that you bring a man from Kara Namuda, or you bring a man from Kafanchan, and you take the man to Ikorodu. He doesn't know the backwaters of Ikorodu, and you want him to be the DPO in Ikorodu. Or you bring. So we believe that there must be a new way of doing these things. And taking off from what the present governor has done, which is the creation and the legislation to back it of the Edo State Security Network, which is also akin to Amotekun, as you have in Ekiti and some other states. That is key. Number two, because of the fact that he is an investor, he is almost a serial investor, business cannot thrive in an environment of insecurity. The insecurity does not only mean lack of kidnapping, lack of... no, there must be financial security, physical security, environmental security, and man-to-man interactions where every man becomes his brother's keeper. So he has an end-to-end design to architect a security network for Edo State where Edo people at least will be at the forefront of becoming their own security, part of their security apparatus. And this is to aid the federal security apparatus, not to challenge it. That is on the one hand. And we also believe that in the last couple of years, there has been a drastic reduction in the sins of insecurity in Edo State. In the times of Adam Soshomole, we know they go party for night. We know fit trial. Courtists all over the place. But I can tell your cameramen now, they carry all their equipment. They don't even carry motor. Nobody harass them. Edo is safe. Edo is a lot more safer than it's been in the last 10, 15 years. And that is as a result of a conscientious reorientation of our people. And that will be continued, stepped up, upgrade by Aswelime Ighodalo. Because you don't change what is working, but you can make it work a lot better. And that is what this incoming administration will do. Let me tell you, my brother, that Aswelime Ighodalo is going to be the next governor of Edo State is a fait accompli. It's been done. And our people will protect our votes. We protect
you have lost a lot of you have lost a lot of members to the opposition APC. So I don't know. There are people who are looking at that direction and are saying, how are you going to fix it? How are you going to make it work?
What is that?
I said a lot of your members have crossed carpeted, haven't they?
Members? No, the major people that have cross carpeted is the director of their campaign, Senator Matthew Roride, who used to be a PDP senator, but he lost his primary, not election. So, I mean, these are political dinosaurs, you know. Then the other persons are persons who have never had a fixed address. You see, persons who, prior to now, their only address, like now I would say, Yomi Folarin, newscaster, Yomi Folarin, presenter, former worker here, former do that. They don't have those in their CV. Those are the ones that we are weeding out of the political space. They are leeches on our collective commonwealth. And there is a deliberate shifting. We've actually ignored them. And that is the truth. Because Governor Obaseki's fight in the last 8 years is to take the reins of leadership from those who are motor park touts, those who are like our own version of MC Oluomo. We've weeded them out of our political space. That is the truth. So those are the ones who are the camp. If they want the camp, make them the camp. No shaking. We know they go anywhere.
Wow.
They want go.
You're not taking any prisoners.
Let me tell you, Oshomole's time, Oshomole gives every word 33 million every month, 530-something million every month, 7.8 billion every year, just to say, Ejosa, no, just to dobale. No. Okay. That will pay our school fees and raise our church.
All right.
We are not missing words about that. The election not far, Yomi Folarin.
Okay, enough far. Is this weekend?
Under 70-something hours, less than 100 hours. We are at the polls, and you will see us in action. Let me tell everybody who doesn't understand. Maybe as my take home. When una they do NSAS, people carry candle, they stand for toll gate. Benin people with a bust prison. Benin people with a bust police station. Small picking the dress as Osaro DPO. When all of una they cry over money when they want change, they no cash. People carry candle, they work out for Lagos. Benin people bust central bank. So if una reach election, una say, hey, una want do one thing, kati. You cry the death of a fellow man with caution so you don't pay with your head. We are resolute. Abiedo, we know they carry last.
All right.
This election,
well, thank you very much. Just in closing, totally now. Thank you very much. It's been quite a jovial session. I think you made light.
I'm happy speaking with you.
Indeed, same here. But you've made light of not being able to count on the support of the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, a member of your party.
Who is he? Is he a Benin man? Can Wike decide who becomes governor of Lagos? You guys are over-bloating this guy. Forget that guy. May he come Benin now. He go here who he be. Wike. One guy went be motor park guy went. I make it go. You see?
Wow.
On the final note, on this Wike matter, one they talk every time. I want to quote Chine Achebe. He said, those for whom nuts have been cracked for them by benevolent spirits should not forget to be humble.
Just
pray one day that Wike does not become the voluminous victim of his lack of humility. He should be grateful that a boy from the backwaters of Obiakbo
so let's leave it there.
Becomes what he is.
Let's leave it there.
Of God. So
let's leave it there.
Make it cool down.
I think what I'm going to take away from all of this, what I'm going to take away from all of this, what I'm going to take away from, what I'm going to take away from
lecturer by the time Wike was
that you seem quite confident of your candidate. I'm going to take away from all of this that you seem quite confident of your candidate vis-a-vis the people of Edo State, and that on the day they will indeed do the needful and show him the road to Government House. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dr. Pedro Obaseki, Deputy Director General, Aswe Ogie Governorship Campaign Council. Okay then. So thank you very much. As I said, now we had wanted to put on the phones, but you understand that it is what it is. So sorry about that. But I don't know. I don't even think we have the time anymore to put on the phone. So I guess we'll just sort of leave it here. Thank you very much for being with us on this program. Join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folani. Bye-bye for now.
Get ready for something big this September. Africa's largest creative event is back, bigger, bolder, and more exciting than ever. This is your moment to take your creative career to the next level. Are you passionate about film, fashion, entertainment, art, photography, technology, music, dance? Whatever your passion is, this is what you've been waiting for. Join us for the 3rd edition of the Africa Creative Market, a mind-blowing experience you won't forget. From the 17th to the 20th of September at the iconic Landmark Event Center, Lagos. Get ready for 4 action-packed days of entertainment, inspiration, networking, and incredible opportunities for growth. It's time to shine. Don't miss it. We'll see you there.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Tired of pans that scratch and stick? Or cookware that takes up valuable space in your kitchen? Introducing ShopX Gotham Hammered Copper Collect.
The proceeding was a paid presentation brought to you by ShopX TV.